what's up, Slunts? Joker here, and welcome to episode 4 of Slunt Tech. Today I'm going to be joined by a special guest, Brandon from Top 10 Gamer. He's going to be filling in for Kurt this week, who's a little bit busy during the heavy tax season right now in the UK. They do it a little bit different time of year than us. So Brandon's going to be filling in his shoes this week and helping us out. Why don't you go ahead and tell him a little bit about yourself, Brandon, and what you do over at Top 10 Gamer.
Yeah, I got a website, top10gamer.com, and a YouTube channel, youtube.com/top10gamer. The E's are threes in it. But what I do is I look at a lot of different hardware and parts and put together PC builds, do some performance benchmarks. I do a lot of unboxing and reviews, as well as play a lot of video games. So that's just a little bit about me. Go and check it out if you guys like PC builds, if you're into hardware. So.
Yeah, definitely very good. Definitely check out Brandon over at Top 10 Gamer. Like, if you're looking for builds at different prices, like if you got a budget of like $250, he's got you sorted out. You're ready to go. So even at a lower price point like that, he could still get you into a rig gaming on the PC, which is still going to be a hell of a lot better than a console, even at $250.
Yeah, I try to update them every quarter. So quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, I have builds from like $200 all the way to $2,500. You guys can always see that at my website, top10gamer.com. So
yeah, it's definitely a smart gig to be into with the videos that you try to tie in there. It definitely keeps the content fresh, and there's always new stuff to talk about. And especially, I imagine that is the case right now with Black Friday just around the corner, the big shopping season. What are the things you're going to be on the lookout coming into Black Friday and the holiday shopping season? What kind of deals can gamers find?
You know what? I recently told my viewers that this is the most wonderful time of year to buy hardware. You know, they always have that Christmas song, you know, the most wonderful time of the year. It
Absolutely.
is the most wonderful time of the year to buy hardware. Last year I priced out a PC that I didn't end up buying in December. I ended up buying it in January, and it was $200 more. So
wow. Just
to give you an indication of how much you can save in November and December, Black Friday is huge. You and me, Joker, we were looking at a few different parts before this video, and I have a great combo for your viewers. It's the FD8320E, the FX8320E from AMD for $119.99. So this is an 8-core processor. It's going to work great with any multi-thread game or any game out there. This is their low-power version of the FX8320. Again, 8 cores, great performance, and you can couple that with the R9280, and we're going to have links in the description below. Joker's going to throw them in there for you guys.
Yep.
The R9280, which is retail $189.99, $30 off, and then 10% off the $189.99.
Crazy. So it's coming like 100. So it's coming in about $140.
Yeah.
You know, for a pretty decent graphics card, which is about, you know, the equivalent for NVIDIA's side, it would be like a 770 or sort of an amped up 680. And you know, you're getting 3 gigabytes of video memory, 384-bit memory bus, so that you're getting great performance there for just around $141 after all said and done with the rebate and everything. Great deal.
Yeah. So you're coming in $280 for that combo. If you use Amazon Prime like I do, then you're going to get it free shipping. I really concentrate on doing free shipping. I try to do a lot of my stuff through Amazon just because Amazon Prime really makes a difference between making sure that I have the lowest price or I don't. I mean, even if it looks cheaper on another website, a lot of times it ends up cheaper on Amazon. So whereas I used to buy everything on Newegg and sites like that, sometimes I do Amazon simply because of that. But you're going to have to go to Newegg for that amazing R9280 deal. So
yeah.
Other great deals this month. I always try to do 80+ certified power supplies. Not sure how expensive the power is where you guys live, but where I live, it's pretty dang expensive. So, you know, if you can get something cheap and that's going to be efficient, 80+ efficiency, like the CX600 from Corsair, then that's great, especially on a budget build. You know, I know it probably doesn't have Japanese capacitors. It's not going to last you a ton of time, but CX600, 600-watt power supply, $49.99, $30 off on Tiger Direct. The next good deal that I found is Kingston HyperX Fury, $69.99 for RAM over at Tiger Direct. And the Corsair Carbide 200R right now is $39.99. Now, the main deals are going to be on those Black Friday deal weeks that you're going to see on Amazon and Newegg. You're going to see stuff that's even cheaper, and you should keep looking. You should stay hooked to your computer. I think Joker's going to put a link in the description below to where you can find the Amazon Black Friday deals and the Newegg Black Friday deals. Check Tiger Direct, check buy.com. Check your local computer store for Black Friday deals. And you know what? You'll find amazing deals. Last year, I was able to find an i5 4670K, $149.99. Try to buy that product right now, $239.99. So, or $229.99. So, yeah, pretty good deal, and definitely something to look out for. The last one I'm going to mention is the Corsair H100i. Looks like Tiger Direct has their deals already, and you'll probably see these. You'll see them shift between the websites. So if you miss one deal on something like Amazon.com, check out Newegg, check out Tiger Direct, check out Buy.com, see if they've got those same exact deals, because these manufacturers do deals with their Black Friday partners, and they move around. So and sometimes they even come back again. So anyway, just something to check out if you guys are trying to save money, if you're trying to build a PC.
Yeah, and SSDs also great deals going on right now. I was even seeing right now, even before Black Friday, I saw like some Crucial SSDs for around $100 for 240 gigs, and then they had 500 gigs also at around $200. And the Samsungs are also great. And we were talking earlier about how great the quality is on those. I've got a couple of them in my system, and they are absolutely fantastic. A little bit more money if you're you're paying for that premium, but it is worth it in the long run if you want something for more solid performance, and the build quality is going to be good.
Yeah, I prefer the 840 Evo generally for my builds, and unless it's Black Friday, like you said, Corsair's got, I think it was Corsair you said, right? Has the better deal right now, but I think in general that
Crucial
that 840 Crucial,
yeah,
that
Crucial
840 Evo is kind of the place to be. So
yeah, very very solid SSD all the way around. And if you are putting together an amazing PC like this, you're going to need some games to play. So that's what we're going to be transitioning to the gaming portion of the show this week. Moving on to Dragon Age Inquisition, which we've both had a chance to play. I've played it quite a bit. I actually just finished posting my review for the game on the channel. So if you want, you can go ahead and check that out. I'll put a link down to it in the description below. And I'm absolutely loving it. I feel they've really married together a good mixture of what was great about Origins and some of the things they did in Dragon Age 2 that I did like. Even though it was kind of a letdown, I think they did some things right. I like the combat, and I think they've sort of kept that fast-paced combat style, but sort of brought it back just enough into how it was in Origins to sort of marry the two together for a great experience for everyone all the way around, on the mouse and keyboard, or even if you're playing on a controller. I could imagine you can be enjoying this game quite a bit. Because some people might not be comfortable playing with the mouse and keyboard. It's a little bit more MMO style, something that maybe not everyone is used to. So I've heard some PC players saying that they are using mouse and keyboard. And if you're playing it on console, you should be enjoying it as well. And it's a beautiful looking game. I know you've had some time to play it as well, Brandon. What have you thought of Inquisition so far?
Well, I'm a huge Dragon Age Origins fan. I'm a huge BioWare fan. I played Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, did map special design for those. You can even still find stuff on the web that I created. I was a huge Baldur's Gate fan, did all that series. So, as you know, I love this series. Not too many guys dive into the realm of FPS games like Battlefield 4 and RPGs, but
Yeah.
I just love both. So, here's the deal with this game. Dragon Age Origins, I played everything, loved it. Dragon Age 2 is the only game I have ever purchased, played 15 minutes of, and then immediately stopped playing. Literally, maybe it was an hour, okay? But literally, within an hour, I stopped playing it. Because I came from a game that was so amazing. Yeah, that's kind of ironic. But it was so amazing in Dragon Age Origins, I went from that to Dragon Age 2, could not play it. So now that we're on to the Inquisition, I am just wrapped up in this thing. I can't stop playing it. I'm doing every quest, everything. The only thing that's kind of bothering me is how much elf fruit and crap I have to pick up off the ground. It gets a little annoying. I'm not sure that I'm into the crafting system as much as they want me to be in terms of crafting all these grenades and upgrading all my weapons and stuff, and having to go out into the wilderness to pick up all this crap and give it to them to upgrade. I don't know. So there's one part of the game I could probably do without. It might be that, because I'd probably just rather do all the quests. And not that I mind crafting, it's just seems like it's a huge part of this game. So overall, I'm only about 10 hours into it, but I've been watching Twitch streamers do it as well, and just kind of watching the game in general. I can't give it high enough praise. I'm just hooked on it. So I don't. Optimization seems good too. BioWare seems like a PC first company, which
Yeah.
we're going to talk about later. Not everybody is a PC first company or really cares to optimize for the PC, but
No,
they
certainly
seem
not.
to do a good job. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, overall, just solid title all the way around, and I'm happy with it. There are a few technical issues here and there, but I'm sure those will all get ironed out, fairly soon. PC optimization, like you're saying, is pretty good. It's going to require a demanding system if you want to play everything up at ultra, but even sort of mid-range systems, if you're running around like a 660, 670, I think you're still going to be okay, and you're going to be able to play this game at decent settings and getting a pretty solid frame rate. Might have to turn some anti-aliasing or something like that. Another game that just came out the same day as Dragon Age Inquisition that unfortunately wasn't as polished as Inquisition is at this point is Far Cry 4. It's a hell of a lot better than Unity. I mean, Unity was just an absolute mess, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Far Cry 4, so far, pretty solid game. There's some issues with the mouse acceleration, mouse lag, which you can sort of fix in the config tweaks. Once again, I covered all this in my review in depth on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want. But overall, I'm happy with it. It's more of Far Cry 3. They really haven't done a whole lot with the whole, the Ubisoft genre, which they pretty much have in almost every game now, ever since Assassin's Creed. It's just infected the entire company, and it's like they can't get away from it, really, and it's kind of a shame. I mean, I know a lot of people like it, and some people want to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but it's starting to get a little bit old. It's showing its age, and I wish some games would come along and, from Ubisoft and just say, hey, we're going to be an open world game, but we're not going to do that formula. I'd like to see Far Cry expand upon it and next time and sort of get away from that a little bit and sort of get back to the roots of how it was in Far Cry 1 and Far Cry 2, a little bit more hardcore and doesn't have all these sort of like popcorn canned elements of, that Ubisoft says, no, if you got to do this because you're a Ubisoft game. Playing the Ubisoft games, Brandon, have you sort of gotten tired of these elements as well, seeing them over and over again in all their titles?
Yeah, I think a little creativity can go a long way in terms of a team. You're seeing that in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Finally, we've got that fixed a little bit by bringing in. I forget which team they brought in, but they brought in a team that they brought in a team that was just a little bit more creative, and it made all the difference in the world. Amazing. When we play a new game, we want it to be new, right? It's a pretty crazy concept, but you know what? We want to see different. We want to see the game change enough that it's interesting, but on the other hand, I think we all want the same nostalgia that came from the previous titles too. So tricky thing for game companies, but I think bringing in teams with creativity is always a good thing.
Yeah, it is a very, very fine line they got to walk, and no matter what they do, they're going to step on some toes along the way, whether it's the people that want it to change too much or the people that want it to just stay exactly as it was. There's going to be someone pissed off at the end of the day because gaming is different from any other genre where people have invested so many hours into games and a lot of money into their systems and their PCs, and then the games come out and maybe they're not running as good as they had hoped. Which sort of transitions into the next topic is all these. It seems like a lot of games coming out right now, at least almost this entire year, and I think it started off with Watch Dogs really, just not really living up to the hype of what was promised, and then really not performing all that well on the PC. It's just like we've been kind of kicked to the curb really, which is insulting, and then they wonder why so many people go out and pirate games. I mean, it's because you're putting out half-assed titles. Why should we give you 100% of what the game costs? It's absolutely ludicrous that it's almost become commonplace where it's accepted now. I mean, Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity are out, and they both have live blogs dedicated from the developer just to cover how fucking broken their games are, because they can't actually push out a title right away that works.
Well, just to give you guys an indication of just how bad Assassin's Creed Unity is, GTX 970s in SLI, 58.7 average. This is 1080p, Ultra 1080p, and 32.3 minimum. Okay, so they're low. They're low. GTX 770, 19.6 FPS on average. Ultra 1080p. I mean, this isn't that difficult. I mean, what kind of frame rate can you get with a GTX 770 on Battlefield 4?
You should be getting 60 frames on Ultra,
60 frames.
fairly easily.
So, I mean, I know that Assassin's Creed is a great looking game. Unity is a great looking game, but clearly, and you were saying that you're having a full load on CPU. Clearly,
yeah, 100% all the time.
Clearly,
yeah, it's using 100% of the CPU all the time on that.
Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed Unity. You mentioned issues on Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna talk about World of Warcraft with other issues. What did you say about that?
Yeah, I'm not really a big World of Warcraft fan, but I keep my nose to the grindstone and listen out for problems that I hear. And I saw Boogie298 discussing it, as well as Total Biscuit, and they just had their world. I think it's called Worlds of Draenor, big expansion just released, which is gotten the community within the World of Warcraft fans really excited, and a lot of people are getting back on the game just to play that expansion. And it's like the servers aren't even ready yet. There's stories of queues to play against a single raid boss that are like 5 days long, and some people have actually sat there and waited hours and hours and hours just waiting to get into a server, and then once it's their time to come up, the game just crashes or the server crashes and they get kicked back out. So plopping down $50 day one, and then you can't even get into a game for almost a week, and they're just like, and now basically all they've said is they've delayed it being fixed. So they're back to the drawing board, and it sounds like they're going to take it at least a few more days until they can get this ironed out. So that's just one more thing that's going on right now, sort of a hot topic. Games that are coming out and just broken, which has become kind of the norm, unfortunately.
Well, and I know that they had some DDoSing issues. In terms of some tax and things like that. And I know they gave some free gameplay to some people. What is it, like 5 days free? I'd want at least a month. At least a month.
Yeah, definitely.
You got people that took off work. This is a big deal to a lot of people. People take off work, they get all their buddies together, and then you can't play. Now, I was watching Soda Poppin play some Warlords of Draenor, and he didn't really have too much of a problem, but I think the bigger problem was actually, like the European servers and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure on the specifics. But the point is, right, that we're having issues across the board in terms of stabilization for new games that come out. And we as gamers want to see polished releases, right? So
yeah. All right, but that's going to wrap it up for episode 4 of Slunt Tech. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Also, thank Brandon from Top 10 Gamer for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your time over here on Slunt Tech, and maybe we'll have him back again in the future. All right, sure. Great. And I hope the viewers enjoyed him as well. He has a lot of knowledge about these, PC parts and stuff like that. And if you are looking for any information about PC builds at different price points, go ahead, check out his channel and his website, Top 10 Gamer. There will be links down in the description below. So check out those to go check him out. Subscribe to his channel, please. You'll be doing him a favor. You'll be doing me a favor. And I'm sure he'll appreciate the extra traffic going over there as well. As we were talking... Yeah,
also check me out at facebook.com/top10gamer. You can ask me questions directly there. So
yeah, and there will be links down to all of that down in the description below. Yeah. And I'm the same way. In comments below, you want to ask any questions about tech-related stuff, feel free to ask away, and I usually try to answer to almost everyone. And also, we were talking about Black Friday deals earlier. All the links are going to be down in the description below for the parts we were talking about, those amazing deals. The FX8320 at $129, and the R9 280 at just $140 after rebates and everything. Crazy deal. So if you want to pick those up and get those prices, check out down in the description below. But that's going to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, you could follow me on Facebook and Twitter at JokerSlunt, or you could check out Brandon on his channel, Top 10 Gamer, on Facebook as well at Top 10 Gamer and top10gamer.com. I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra!